Soon, buying a detached home in the township of Langley will only remain a dream, and a select few will only be able to afford it. And this is my opinion. The reason I'm able to form this opinion is based on this article and what's hidden in this article. So let's go over it today. Hi, my name is Roshan Victor. I'm a local realtor here in the Fraser Valley, and I help families just like yourself make the right decision when it comes to real estate based on data and projections and trends. No fluff, no clickbait, just pure data and a strategy tailored to your requirements. If you haven't done so just as yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can be updated on every single video that I put out, which contains information and data on the Fraser Valley real estate market. So let's dive straight into the article, which starts with a alarming headline: Housing construction fell in 2025 in Langley Township. Langley Township saw more than $1 billion in potential development approved in 2025, but the number of housing units being built dropped compared to last year. The total construction value of all building permits issued in 2025 was approximately $1 billion. However, the statistics show a decline in home building, offset with a large increase in building permits for new institutional buildings. So, what are institutional buildings? Schools, government buildings, recreational centers, places of worship, hospitals, etc. And this is a very positive news because this dictates the, the proactiveness of the city to ensure that it is putting in facilities in place for its residents to enjoy. Single family homes continue to decline in permits that began in 2023 and reached their lowest level at any time in the last 5 years, with permits for only 416 single family homes issued to the end of December 2025. This is why I feel that in the near future, there is going to be a massive shortage of supply of detached homes in the township of Langley. That includes Willoughby, Murrayville, Brookswood, Walnut Grove, Aldergrove, all of these areas. And with the new SkyTrain station coming in Langley City, the influx of new residents in the township of Langley, specifically in Willoughby, you have to understand that there is a natural progression of home ownership which is common across the board. If you are a first time home buyer, you would start off with a condo, followed by as your family grows and you do well in life, you're going to go into a townhouse. From a townhouse, you may go into a bigger townhouse. From bigger townhouse, there is a possibility you may directly jump into a detached home, or progression would be row houses followed by duplexes followed by detached homes. The end goal for a lot of people, not only it's pride but it's also securing your future investment, is detached home, because with the detached home you get ownership of the land, which will hold value in the long run. And based on the fact that we're already seeing the lowest levels of permits being given for new construction, that's only 416 new units, there is going to be a massive shortage of detached homes in the future. People are going to have the progression of careers, family growth, all of that, but there will be less and less supply. So, basic economics states that if there is less supply and steady or more demand, prices go up. And that's the reason I believe, in my opinion, that there will be only a select few who can afford detached homes in the township of Langley in the near future. If I have to predict, in my opinion, it would be around under 5 years that we will see prices for detached homes skyrocketing. And it is very important to understand, if you are someone who is looking at upgrading your living situation from a townhouse or row house or a duplex to a detached home, you would be better off making that move earlier than later. You would benefit by taking advantage of the current market, the higher inventory levels, and the lower pricing, compared to in the near future when the sentiments of the market change, there's a little more stability down south, and things start looking in the upward direction. You would be shelling out a lot more from your pocket. You would be taking up a lot more loans to buy the same property that you could buy for lower. Let's continue with the article. Permits to build multifamily dwellings were down from last year but above the 5-year average. These were permits issued for 64 projects of either condos or townhouses, totaling to 1,705 units by the end of the year. In total, the township approved permits for the construction of 2,121 units of housing. For comparison, in 2024, the township issued permits for 2,493 units of housing. Issuing a permit does not guarantee that the units were built. Developments may still run into difficulties and put off the start of construction even after receiving a permit. Permit values are below normal for commercial construction but well above normal for industrial permits. The category that stood out was institutional, where the township issued permits for approximately 256 million worth of potential construction compared to 49 million year over year. As a side note, I have always been bullish about how well Langley is going to do in comparison to all other cities in the lower mainland. This is one of the reasons. They have 5x'd their expenditure for construction, specifically in the institutional segmentation, which is comprising of schools, community centers, hospitals, places of worship, and government buildings. So they're trying to be proactive by building all the facilities needed for its residents to enjoy. Langley as a city is tipped for massive growth, and when the market bounces back, that will be one area which will outpace, in my opinion, the rest of the Fraser Valley. The township approved permits this year for a massive school construction project in the Smith neighborhood in Willoughby. A middle school and a high school are being built simultaneously with a space for 2,800 students. Construction started last fall. The township of Langley is not unique. Construction demands have been slowing throughout 2025. We are all aware of that. As the housing market softens and the new condo market in particular has seen a major slowdown, and so-called investors have largely stopped buying units in the pre-sale segment. Condos will take longer to recover. The townhouse market in Langley has definitely softened, so has the detached segmentation. So this would be a great time to upgrade for anybody looking at moving from a townhouse to a detached home, as you would be hedging, building equity and a retirement plan based on where the market is going to go for this segmentation in the future. If you are somebody who wants to know how you could benefit from the current market trends, there is a link in my description below to book a one on one consult with me. Let's have a chat and understand your unique requirements and formulate a plan which is unique to you and take advantage of the current trends. And if you haven't done so just as yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can be updated on all the new videos that I put in. To sum it up, if you're considering upgrading to a detached home, make the move earlier than later. Until the next video, see ya.